I, I love this country. This country has been very good to me, and I've made my life here. Some of my children are here, and this is my life. You know, you make it the best you can. And I think, you know, being in America, even though I'm not considered an American, I feel like an American more than I feel like an Icelander, actually. And I just try to do the best I can and be a part of, you know, what's good in this world and what's good in this country.
My sentiments about America is that I think we're really, really privileged. I think we have so much here, so many resources, so many freedoms and liberties. And I think with those freedoms and liberties comes a great responsibility.
That's a mixed bag. You know, it's like seeing somebody you love destroy itself. And that's how I feel about America. I love this country. I've always loved this country. Even growing up in Bangladesh, I've always loved this country. I almost have had, I guess, metaphysical sort of experiences where I felt that in my past life, I think I was born here and I grew up here somewhere. There's a tremendous bond that I've always felt about this country. I still have great hopes about this country. I think the people in this country are extraordinary people. You know, they have a lot of vision. They have a lot of hope. They don't give up easy, and they are creative in a lot of ways. But there's so many decisions that are made that are really out of the control of the people. And I don't care if they say, oh, well, it's a democracy. Oh, well, you know, your votes count. Rubbish. Yeah, it does, only at the day of the polls. But after that, once we have asked somebody to represent us, the representation goes away. Then they're really doing whatever they want to and what they feel like. And in that regard, I think they're killing us. They're killing this beautiful country. They're letting it go to the dogs. And so that's why it hurts, you know. It's a shame that the image of this country has become so smeared in the rest of the world. You know, the world is finally getting into a global economy situation, and you would think that we would go in there and we'd be shining bright, and we're not. We're taking a beating because, you know, is it because, you know, as a people we're not good enough? No. It's, you know, it's all the policies and things that get made that are not well thought out. And that's how I feel. That I mean, I love this country, but it hurts to see what's happening to it.
It's right now. It's like I don't want to call it home because I guess it's my place right now. It's not quite as home, but I live here right now. I live here and I respect it. I respect America. Before I didn't know much about the culture of America. I judge it based on press and other things. Now that I live here, it has changed. It has changed. I respect it. I respect America.
I like a lot of things that the American culture is bringing to the other cultures, but the others, especially in the last 7 years, I think it's very sad that things are happening around the world because the war, and I know that economic interests are making people fight each other, no? And then the economic interests are making the people kill themselves, young people from here, from this country, and young people in other countries, no? And then the terror that the government is making over other countries, and the terror that the terrorists are doing to this country. No? That is, I think, and if we don't have tolerance and another way to deal with these things, I think we don't have a very, very beautiful future, because we have to follow, maybe to change the way to solve problems, and not with war. Maybe we have to invent other thing. And in that way, if you see the history, you know it's a cyclic periods of war in this country. Because in my country, for example, we don't have war since 1910 in the Mexican Revolution. And after that, the country only participated in the Second World War. And it's considered like a peaceful country, you know? But the United States is a cyclic, and I think if you think about that, you have to see the reasons for that, and behind is the interest, economic interest, and it's not in the welfare of this country, it's the welfare of the rich, very rich people in this country, and little by little, the rich people, the rich power is getting more international. Maybe one day, when they don't have more interest in this country, they will move and leave the people in this country alone. Because, you know, the interests are like this. They move because... And now I think other powers are emerging, like China or India, etc. And then I think it's the great legacy of this country is, for example, the democracy of and the maybe some way to see the life, maybe an easy way, but democracy is very weak. You know, if the people in this country don't fight to keep those amendments, even the constitution, that could be changed. And maybe nobody wants a dictator here, even when sometimes appear like that. No? But the real dictator, like, because it's we have to fight to keep the democracy and all the civil rights, etc. Like before, no?
Lately, I haven't liked the government very much. I think a lot of people don't like the government. I hope that there's a big change, because the country it's got so much potential, but the system, it doesn't help the society, and it's sad that this country has become what it has become. You know, they still don't learn from the history. They still go out and invade other countries. They came here and they invaded this continent back over 500 years ago, and they keep doing the same thing. And they don't learn from their mistakes. They don't want peace. They just want war. And this is the system. It's a war country, a war-making country. Keeps wars going every time, every decade. It's a different war.